Hello everybody, welcome to Changing Gears with your host Kris here. Today I'm with head coach Kris Kimber at Seacoast Boxing. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So first question I want to ask you is, you have a big family dynamic here at Seacoast Boxing. How have you developed that? Is it just from, knowing your fighters and kind of being around them, a good amount of time? How do you build that kind of bond with your students, essentially?
First, they have to trust the coach, and that he knows what he's doing for them. And also, they also have to see improvement in their training. So if they see improvement, then they can trust more to the coach. So I think we also do a pay it forward. Everyone here works with each other and everyone helps each other. So that I think that's where that family dynamic comes.
Right.
And I'm kind of a jerk, so I try to get along and joke and play with everyone. So
right. Yeah.
We're serious about the roast.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and being a head coach, I know I've heard football players say it. Being a coach, did you ever find it difficult to translate being a boxer and transitioning into a coach? Because I know a lot of football head coaches, they look at a player and say, oh, I could do that, how can you not do that? And you almost imagine yourself in your fighters or players' shoes. So how do you kind of negate that and kind of bring it to a level where, you're not that fighter and you can really work with them and improve on what they're good at, hone their skills? Where do you find a good level to? Well,
first, I don't expect anyone to proceed on into competing in boxing.
Yeah.
What I try to give here is just build confidence and self-defense. If I see something in them as they're progressing in their talent that they're really getting good, then I'll offer the thing of, would you like to compete?
Mm-hmm.
But you just can't teach a student at your level of boxing. You have to look at that person and find what his niche is and exploit that as much as possible. So I think, anyone can do this. Can anyone compete? No.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
But can they come in and have fun and enjoy themselves and get that exercise and that thrill, that anxiety? Absolutely.
Right, yeah. And boxing is often referred to as the loneliest sport in the world. Do you have that same point of view, or do you view boxing as a team sport?
Well, my motto is we train as a team, we fight as one. But it's not lonely if everyone's on the same page. These guys have their own little chat room where they're constantly talking with each other. They're always going over their workouts, or they're making fun of each other. But that's where that other family dynamic comes in. They're always in contact. So pay it forward, help each other out, help the new guys out, help train. Sometimes the coach can't see everything that he's doing with pad work. Right. So it's up to some of these guys that are watching, help me out, point it out.
Right, yeah.
It works.
Yeah, and boxing, I see, is a great way to get a lot of troubled youth out of some troubled spots. Have you ever seen boxing improve the life of a certain youth or certain youth group? And how does that make you feel? And how does it make you feel that you contribute to the machine that is the sport of boxing? And you're a head coach, you have a great team around you, you formed a great team, you have a great gym. What does boxing mean from your viewpoint to the youth, and how does it improve youth and essentially just kids' lives?
This gym is called Seacoast Boxing, but in the town, it's a free kids at risk program. So for the last 30 years, I have kids aging from 8 to 50, 60 years old that may come in here. This is as many towns, this is a tough town with drug addiction, homelessness, everything. So these kids really have no mentor, no one to look up to, and they come in here. They love coming in here with these bigger guys and more experienced guys. But I've seen it change lives every day. As long if they keep coming back, it's changing their life.
Right.
And if they don't come back, then maybe it wasn't for them, it's not for them.
Right.
But absolutely, I've seen a change. Just builds confidence in people. Gives them that security that I can make it. I tell them, boxing is also a life experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can do the things in here and compete a couple of rounds, or even compete in a competition, you can tackle anything in life.
Right.
Anything.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. And what made you fall in love with the sport of boxing? Who, whether it's one person or a collection of people, who are some of your role models in the sport of boxing? Who did you take inspiration from, and whose lessons do you transfer into your own? And what do you tell your athletes and students? Essentially, what other boxers or fighters or just mentors have said to you?
Well, my two mentors aren't boxers; they're actually kickboxers. My two cousins, Tommy Kimber and Dick Kimber, they're both world champions of the sport back in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
So watching them grow up in the martial arts field, it was just amazing watching them win and carrying those belts and trophies. I got into a really bad accident when I was a kid, and I was unfortunately paralyzed for a little bit of time. Somehow regained my mobility, and I couldn't really do the kicks and all these martial arts movements that I could do, so I just stuck to boxing.
Yeah.
So I started training in boxing, and found it was also still difficult, getting a lot of pain, so I let me just coach.
Right. Yeah.
So I just started coaching. I love it. I mean, I also tell these guys, it's really, it may help you out, but it also helps me out.
Right.
It gets me down here, gets me active, gets me on point. So it helps me.
Yeah, for sure. And are there any, you talked about life lessons and kind of what boxing gives you. I know it's hard to narrow it down to one thing, but if there's anything, your life and the world of combat sports has taught you, what's one thing you'd share with, the audience or just other fighters? What's one piece of advice that you'd like to give out there and have people take away?
For the boxing sport, just take your time. Just take your time, relax. This is a tough sport, and it takes a long time to really feel comfortable in the ring, in competition, in front of the lights and judges and referees.
Yeah.
Just relax and take your time. It'll come to you. If you're consistent, then it'll come to you. Other than that, if I don't think they can do it, I'll buy them their first golf club and they can go do that sport.
Right. Yeah. So essentially, consistency is king.
So this is a tough sport. It's not for the faint. It's
no,
really
for
not.
sure.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you for joining us. This is Changing Gears with your host, Kris Gear. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Let's change some gears. Bye.